There is a good reason for Greece's government to keep the status quo on policy. It looks like it is working. A report by Manpower highlights Greece as a job market which has turned a corner. New figures show first quarter unemployment stayed steady at under 28%. GDP in the first quarter also had its best performance since 2008, and the economy is expected to emerge from recession later this year. So what does all of this mean for Greece's investment potential? I'm joined by Simos Anastasopoulos, the president of the American Hellenic Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being with us today. Talk to me a little bit, first of all, about what your view of the Greek economy is. I mean, you know, to talk about turning a corner, there's still many challenges. Unemployment at 28% is still incredibly high. But do you feel that this is a tipping point, that now the road to prosperity is at least within view?
Yes, I certainly believe so. By the way, unemployment is officially a little below 27% today, and dropping.
We're going to take every percent we can get if it's headed in the right direction.
But it is dropping, which is the important thing. Yes, we're at a critical point. I think we have completed the first step, which was to stabilize the economy and restore confidence in Greece's economy. Well, actually, we went out on the market and did get about 3 billion with a yield that was below 5%. All of the good signs are there. It was a surprise for the markets, the performance of Greece in 2013. We did show a primary surplus when nobody was expecting that so early. And we proved the first 4 months of 2014 that this surplus is viable and sustainable. So we feel quite confident.
What's the reception been? You're here in New York at an investment conference trying to get people to invest in Greece. You know, at the heels of the crisis, there were questions about basically survival, whether Greece would stay in the European Union, whether they would, you know, get kicked out, whether they would drop the euro, and so there were huge questions. Now that seems to have faded. Are you finding the pitch, the sell, easier to investors? Are they putting money to work in Greece?
Well, it is definitely much easier, and we see that a lot of people are interested. Well, we have doubled the meetings that we had last year. I think this is a good sign.
It is. Where are they? What are they interested in investing? Where is the greatest potential? What are you telling them, and where do you see the most interest coming from?
Well, most interest is coming from banks. The Greek banks have been successfully recapitalized last year and the beginning of this year, and so that was a very large influx of foreign currency, foreign money, if you like, in Greece. Logistics and tourism are two other areas that very seem to be interesting for the investors.
Do you feel like the level of reform, I mean, part of the concern whenever you're trying to get foreign money into a country are the tax situation, the labor market, reforming the labor market so you can hire and, you know, have some flexibility with that. Are you finding that enough has been done to have people make long-term commitments?
I believe that a lot has been done. A lot, of course, remains to be completed, and we need to continue the reforms. But a lot has been done. I can tell you from the top of my mind that we estimate in the Chamber that more than 1,500 legislative actions for reforms have happened in Greece within the last 4 years. The majority of them, more than 90%, within these last 2 years of this government. And well, this is the reason that Greece ranks #1 in OECD's list for reforms. So we have reformed the economy, and the situation is quite stable. The economy is stable today. A lot remains to be done. We need to extend the taxation base, for example. Justice needs to be quicker, and labor laws perhaps a little more liberal.
Yeah, well, these things don't happen overnight, but good to hear that there is a better reception, and a fantastic story we have on our website about the entrepreneur and the entrepreneurial spirit that seems to really be growing in Greece. Right now, they're outside of Greece. The key, I think, will be whether you can get them back based in the home country. That will be critical for success. I'm going to encourage our viewers to go check that out on the website. It's a great story. Thank you so much for being with us, Simos.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for that.
Well, still to come, dying mobile phone batteries.